Friend or foe?
You're my best friend.
You're my bestie.
Hee hee hee.
Reddit stories, ThreadTalk podcast. Here we go, episode 149. Before we get into it, what's the word of the day, babe?
Oh, you want me to say it?
Oh, wait, no, you're not supposed to say it. You guys need to listen out for the word of the day and drop the word of the day into the YouTube comments. And in 2 episodes time, I guess 4 episodes time, 2 Tuesday episodes, we will do a raffle of the YouTube comments for somebody who guessed it, and we'll give them a free Jack and Luna t-shirt.
Yay! I'm nervous.
You
again.
did it so great last Tuesday's episode, or 2 weeks Tuesday's episode. And no, it was last Tuesday episode. Yeah. Let's get into the Reddit stories.
Okay. You or me?
I'll go first. Am I the asshole for saying my boyfriend's friend can't visit us now that I'm pregnant? My boyfriend has a friend who is currently doing the whole #van life thing and living out of his van. The past several months, this friend has been coming over to our house a couple days a week. Each time he's here, he stays around 10 to 12 hours to use the shower, kitchen, washing machine, and Wi-Fi. I've been unhappy with the lack of privacy and the extra work for quite a while, which my boyfriend is well aware of, but has been putting up with it because the friend is down on his luck and could use some help. However, now that I'm pregnant, I'm ready for this situation to end. I want to be able to lay on my couch without pants, not shove my giant, tired boobs into a bra constantly, and talk about my private medical details with my partner without having to whisper about them in another room. I'm also just worn out in general. The friend is generating so much extra work. He comes into the home after doing construction jobs and tracks a ton of dust and dirt. Every time he showers, he somehow leaves a thick coating of body hair all over the shower that I have to clean up before I can shower again.
Ew.
After he uses the washing machine, there's sticks and leaves and sand all over the laundry room. Not only does he hog the kitchen when I want to cook meals sometimes, but he also leaves all his dirty dishes for me to deal with afterwards. Ideally, I'd have my boyfriend deal with the extra work since he's the one who's inviting the dude over, but with his busier work schedule, most of the household work falls to me. So to me, it's a no-brainer that the friend finds somewhere else to be for a couple months to give me privacy and a break from the added work. However, when I brought this up to my boyfriend and told him it was time to set a boundary with his friend, he told me it was first of all a very awkward and weird thing to ask his friend, and secondly, a cruel and insensitive thing for me to request. He's willing to do so for me, but at the same time is making it very clear he thinks I'm a monster for even asking him to do this. Is it actually reasonable for me to put a no visitors rule in place for a few months or not?
Well, we have first-hand experience of this.
We do?
Don't we?
Are we r/van lifing it when we were in my sister's driveway? Is that what you're saying?
I would think so. We were
Okay.
using her shower, using
Yep.
her sink, her bathroom. Like
Yeah.
we did all of our dishes, our laundry, everything
We
in
did
there.
do the laundry.
We used everything. Anything that required water.
I guess everything in that story.
Yeah, exactly.
We basically did.
Yeah, exactly.
We weren't leaving the dirty dishes around though.
No.
We didn't do that.
No, yes. I would hope, like, if anybody's even a guest overnight, like, regardless of the van life thing, if you're staying in someone else's home, it would be nice to clean up after yourself, not to give the host more work to do.
Fucking bare min.
Like, literally the bare minimum.
Bare minimum is to clean up after yourself.
That's not that hard.
No. But also, is it #van lifing or a #living out of your car? I feel like #van lifing.
What?
You're traveling.
We did that too. Did we live out of our car, quote unquote?
Yeah, no, I get that. But she says that past several months, this friend has been coming to our home a couple days a week. He's been coming a couple days a week for months. We didn't live. We left for months, and then we came back to visit my sister. We stayed in my sister's driveway for a couple of weeks because we were visiting. But like, we're not coming over every couple days.
To use up their stuff.
Because we don't have stuff.
I guess that's it's probably
we weren't
different, but
living in the trailer. We were RV lifing it. There's a difference though. It's you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say.
You're saying, okay, it wasn't out of necessity.
Yeah.
But I think the same rules still apply. Like it's still, we're still in that same bucket. Not a lot of people can relate to this besides us.
If he was van lifing it and he He just got back from being away for 3 months and he stopped in for a week. Cool. But he's doing construction jobs. Like, he's trying to live his life out of his van. It's a little bit different.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
A little bit
Fine.
different.
Fine.
It's not van lifing when you're not traveling.
Sure.
It's living out of your car.
Okay, on to, like, the actual question of what Ophi is saying.
Yes.
Absolutely, it is reasonable.
Very reasonable.
Very reasonable.
Absolutely reasonable.
And to be honest, I think Madison and Chris were saints.
Saints.
Absolute saints for letting us stay in their driveway for as long as they did.
3 weeks, yeah. Plus another 3 weeks. I can't believe they did that.
No, I actually cannot because I would be losing my marbles. Not gonna lie. Like,
It was nice.
I am a person that appreciates my own privacy, my own agency, and I value my alone time. So to have someone coming in and out at their leisure, using their bathroom, using whatever, that would really get to me.
Just rattle you up.
Well, like, I don't know. That's just, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I just feel like we got really lucky with them that it didn't really bother them as much.
Yeah.
Or at all. I don't really know. I mean, they welcomed us back, so that was nice. But
Right?
yeah, I'm super appreciative that they did that. But I think most people, like, it would be normal to have this type of reaction.
I think so. Especially when they're adding work to your workload. And she's like,
Yeah.
is it okay if we tell them to not come for a couple months while I'm pregnant? When you're not pregnant and you have a baby, you're not going to want them there either. Don't make it a couple months. Make
Yeah, make it indefinite.
it indefinite.
Don't put a timeline on it.
Don't put a timeline on it.
Yeah.
Top comment says, it's your house and space. Friend has to find somewhere else to impose, now and after child arrives. OP, if Moocher ever visits again, I'd also advise you do not do anything to assist cleanup. Instead, text a list of all that needs doing, due to the Moocher's dirt, to your partner, and have him do all the cleanup, no matter what hours he works, because the only reason he doesn't understand the load is because he isn't carrying most of the practical task load. That's it. If your boyfriend...
Yeah, if he's not going to help you create your boundaries and stick up to his own friend,
Yep.
take it into your own hands.
Yeah.
If you don't want to, do it face to face because that's awkward, then yeah, do it over text.
Just don't do it. Just don't clean up everything. If your boyfriend's not understanding, then just don't clean up. Be like, okay, you don't think it's a big deal. You think it's rude. Okay, well, let's see how you handle the workload.
Oh, you're saying put it on the boyfriend.
Yeah. Put it on. It's his friend. You clean up after him.
It says text. Oh, to your partner. Text list. Oh, to your partner. Okay.
Text a list saying, hey, here's all the things that that your friend has caused. When you get home, it's time for you to do it.
Yeah.
OP does make a couple comments. One of the ones she says is, he has not indicated any willingness to put a stop to the situation once the baby is here, other than perhaps a brief pause while I'm immediately postpartum. It has been very hard to get him to discuss the situation directly, though, and create a plan for how to handle it, because every time I bring it up, he gets a hurt and disappointed look on his face, quietly mutters about how I'm being cruel, and then refuses to talk to me about it anymore.
Oh, sorry. Is this the boyfriend she's talking about?
I think she's talking about the boyfriend.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Fine, okay. But, like, I understand. I'm a person that hates confrontation. I understand it's an awkward conversation to have. Nobody wants to do that.
Yeah.
To someone, to their friend, their family member, or whatever. But put your big boy pants on.
You gotta put yourself first. You gotta put your oxygen mask on before you can help others. Your house isn't suitable to help him because you have a pregnant wife and she's the one cleaning up after it.
To be honest, though, I think it's more...
Sorry.
I don't think it's about really, like, he cares about him that much and whatever. I think it's like he just doesn't want to have that awkward conversation. It's just...
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable. Nobody wants to do that, but fucking do it.
And it would be a different story if your friend was respectful. He's not respectful. So therefore, he loses privileges.
Yeah.
OP does make another comment that says, part of our general disagreement is due to the fact that we have different opinions on whether the friend's current situation is an intentional choice or not. Based on his social media posts, how many hours he works, and his general life circumstances, it could honestly be interpreted either way. So maybe friend feels bad because he's hashtag living out of his car and not hashtag van lifing it. That's why he feels bad to kick him out. He's like, he has nothing else.
He needs this.
If we don't let him use our laundry, he's got no laundry to go to.
There's laundry mats.
He doesn't have money for that. He's hashtag living out of his car.
Could be. I don't know.
Yeah. I think it comes down to that respect issue.
He has a job, though. He has a job. You're telling me he can't spend $1 at the laundromat?
Maybe he's up to his eyeballs in debt to his 7 baby mamas, and all of his paychecks
Mm,
go toward paying child support.
mm.
So therefore, he has no money
You're right, we don't know.
to have an apartment.
Could be.
Yeah,
Could be.
we have no idea.
Yep.
Would you say that is a friend, or is that a foe?
Foe.
Fucking foe.
All of these are gonna be foes, let's
When
be
they
real.
when they lose the lack of respect, bare minimum, pick up their dishes, clean their dishes.
Yeah. It does boil down to a respect thing.
You're a foe.
Yeah.
You're a fucking foe.
All right.
Over to you.
Me. Am I the asshole for rescinding my offer to bake cakes for my friend's wedding and potentially ruining their relationship? To preface, this wedding wasn't going to happen until COVID clears up. Those involved are me, 22 female, the bride/friend, Casey, 24 female, and her fiance, Adam, 25 male. Cassie has always loved my cakes and asked me to make her 8 for her wedding late last year. We agreed they'd be 1-tier cakes to be used as table centerpieces. I loved the idea. We agreed that they'd be decorated a particular way that wasn't too elaborate. I was happy with the arrangement and super excited by the prospect. Early January, she decided she wanted 3-tier cakes instead of 1 and wanted them decorated much more intricately. The intricacy wanted is nowhere near my ability. I don't really have the free time to learn how to do it either. I have a lot on my plate on my day-to-day life, and I knew even doing the 1-tier cakes would be a little tricky, but absolutely manageable. I politely said I couldn't do that and tried to offer a compromise. I offered to find a way to do 3-tier cakes, but more simplistic than she'd have liked. I also offered to get her in contact with a skilled friend of mine who I knew could do what she wanted. She'd have to pay the price, but would have been extremely good, and they'd be beautiful cakes, worth every penny. She got very angry at this compromise effort. She called me selfish and told me I was sabotaging her big day, then demanded I do it for her while getting a few of her friends to send me rude and disheartening messages. This was heartbreaking for me, but I told her I could no longer do the cakes and she got angrier. We haven't talked since that until yesterday. I received a message yesterday acting like nothing happened, asking me to do the cakes again because I owed her. She said I'd be a useless friend if I didn't. I declined and she chewed me out again, saying things that were unnecessary and I'd rather not repeat. I'd had enough. This has already been stressful for me and I hated being dragged into it. I messaged Adam, sending him some screenshots, asking if he'd please make her stop lashing out. She was hurting, but I didn't deserve the things said. I didn't get a reply until today where he apologized profusely. He told me she'd done this to another friend before me, and this was, quote, the straw that broke the camel's back for him, and he was going to call off the wedding until they'd been to counseling together. I thanked him for being understanding, but a few hours later, Casey and her friends started harassing and threatening me. It's been horrible. My boyfriend is urging me to cut out Casey, but I can't help feeling like an asshole. If I made time to learn, this whole situation wouldn't be happening, so does that make me the asshole? Am I being selfish? He's reassured me that I'm not, but I could really do with an outside perspective.
What a freaking foe, guys. Turn into a real faux fucker. Yeah, like this is outside of my abilities. Listen, I can do simple cakes. That's great. And now this is outside of my abilities. That's like I film a lot and I make all the vlogs for our travel vlogs. And that's like your sister may or may not be getting married in the future. And that'd be like, hey, can you be our wedding videographer and make a wedding video like your wedding video in Italy that we paid someone else to do? I
Yeah.
would be like, I don't have the skill level to produce the product that you're looking for. And she explicitly said that. She's like, listen, 1-tier takes, which honestly is a great idea. What a cool
What
idea.
a cute idea.
I've
yeah.
never heard that wedding idea, and we have read a lot of wedding stories.
Right?
You've got, was it 8? 8 different
8
tables?
different tables, yeah.
And you got a small cake, and it's decorative, and it's there the entire night. Then when it's dessert time, you're like, hey, cut a slice of the cake that you've been staring at
Right
for
in
the
front of
next
you.
hour. Yeah. If it's
Super cute.
decorated really good, that would be super cool.
Decorated.
Decorated. Fuck, no. I'll go shred it again. If it's decorated super cool, I love that idea.
Mhm.
And then she's like, "Yeah, I want a 3-tier cake." You're like, "Ugh, listen, a little outside my skill range. I just don't think they're gonna look as good as you want." And then she shreds you. That's not a friend.
Yeah,
That's a foe.
that's definitely a foe.
That's a foe.
So the verdict was not the asshole, and some top comments say, I've seen a lot of what the fuck wedding drama on here, but this one takes the never mind.
Ah,
Another comment replies to that. This is exactly what the fuck drama, and OP needs to send one text. Quote, stop harassing me or I will call the police for harassment. That needs to be the end of it. If she or her friend doesn't stop, call the police. You have all the text to back it up.
that's it. I just block her, block everybody else. I think it speaks volumes when the groom is like, "Hey, she also did this one to someone else. I'm done now."
This is not the first time Miss Casey has done this.
It's a
So
red flag. Multiple
definitely.
red flags coming
The
off here.
fact that it like bothers him so much that he's like, we're gonna pause the wedding
Yeah,
for us to figure this out and go through counseling together. Yeah. Obviously, like you are not in the wrong here.
right?
You have people to back you up.
Unbelievable. Like Wha you give them an inch and they
You,
take a mile,
you
you
know,
help them with the cakes and then they want so much
I
more.
know. I know. I just like we have like a lot of these wedding stories where it's people just show their true selves, or maybe it's a not their true selves and their like stressful side comes out. I need to understand that a little bit more because I didn't have a stressful wedding. We had a 20-person wedding. So
It's great.
it was so honestly
Fantastic.
so great. It was
I
not stressful. It was such a peaceful, relaxing, beautiful day.
Don't
It
mean to
couldn't have been
brag
better.
over here,
Yeah.
but woo, it was nice. It's real good.
It was nice. But I like yeah, my question is that who you are as a person and like the worst comes out when you are stressed, or is that just, under the circumstances you're maybe not acting like yourself?
Yeah.
Because this happens way too often with quote unquote bridezillas.
Yep.
Why do they get so entitled to think my friend is doing this for me for free?
Yeah.
And
For free.
I'm gonna ask, okay, it's one thing to ask, fine. Okay, you already agreed on a 1-tier cake, whatever.
"Hey, are you capable of doing a 3-tier cake? This idea will be so much better." And then she's like, "No." And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't realize it was that much work."
Yeah.
Okay, you asked.
I wouldn't even ask. I like obviously doing a 3-tier cake times 8 is gonna be a lot more work than doing a 1-tier cake for 8 tables.
Would it be 3 times the work or 2.5? Since you've already, you started. The tiers would probably get smaller, so is it really 3x?
Well, it's whatever. We don't need to 3 times, let's just say.
Okay.
I just think it's so incredibly rude
Yeah.
to even ask, honestly, at that
Absolutely.
point. And then to double down and be like, "You're my friend, you owe me this."
Triple down and send your minions after her. "Guys, did
Yeah.
you hear what Rebecca did? Rebecca's not gonna make me a triple key or take. Okay, Sarah, Kira, get texting her. Text her bad, mean things. Go, minions, go."
Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so there's an update that says, "Oh my gosh, I fell asleep last night after posting this and didn't expect to wake up to a response anything like this. Thank you so much to everyone for taking the time to respond. I'll try and find some time to respond to some comments later to touch on a few things I've seen mentioned. Casey is now cut out, as are her friends. People saying I was being a doormat were completely right, and those few saying I need therapy also were. I've been actively looking for a therapist I click with. I used to be good at recognizing behavior akin to this, but lockdowns have taken a toll on my mental health. A few people mention a contract style situation with a friend discount. I'll definitely do something thinking on that idea to try and help avoid situations like this happening again. For those saying I shouldn't have contacted Adam, I did on the sole basis that this was his wedding as well. I stand by my choice to contact him. For those mentioning getting the police involved, if any further threats happen, I will. I've documented everything that's happened so far, just in case. Thank you again for taking the time to hear me out, support me, and give judgment. I really appreciate it."
I want more. More of an
Yeah,
update.
that's all. This was from 2021,
Sheesh.
but
I thought under the blanket statement of your wedding, your choice, You should be able to yell at your friends who are helping you out if you want to.
Sure.
All right.
But then you have to expect to lose those friends after.
That's valid. All right. Back to me. Okay, so this one's coming from r/ThreadTalk podcast.
Whoa.
If you guys have any stories that you're curious about opinions or you want to get it on the podcast, if you're writing it somewhere else, come over to r/ThreadTalk podcast and give us your story. I'm thinking we should really set up this voicemail. I was thinking about it more since we talked about that comment. I think we could get some funny call-ins if
Has that
people are
episode
down for
come out
that.
yet?
Hasn't come out for it.
I was gonna say,
Yes.
I don't
So we
remember
haven't
seeing
had
any comments.
we haven't had any comments on it yet, so we still haven't heard about the comment reaction, but I've been thinking about it since I edited it.
Okay.
I've edited it and scheduled, so that's where we're at right now. I think I'm down for that. Maybe when we get the SIM card back, when we get the RV back, I will set that up.
Okay.
Possibly.
Maybe.
Okay. Title is, I, 25 female, feel a little bit hurt that my best friend, 25 female, never remembers my birthdays.
Mm.
Hi, everyone. I and my best friend have been friends since high school. I moved abroad since graduation, and my friend, let's call her Kate, who stayed in her hometown, have been friends for a long time. We have that kind of friendship where we are always connecting easily, even after months of not seeing each other. We don't really talk a lot while I'm away, but still call from time to time and exchange reels every now and then. But when I go back, it's like we've never been away and we tell each other everything. I love her very much, and I feel she does too. Our relationship is always strong when we meet. I visit every 5 to 6 months and we spend a lot of time together. I helped a lot with her engagement party, wedding, etc. And she always tells me that I am the sister that she can always count on and will help her with no thinking, and I know that she is sincere and I know that she loves me too. My issue is that in all the years we have been friends, she never said happy birthday to me on her own, like she will not even know when my birthday is, even if I ask her. Sometimes she does, but only after I post about my
Oh.
birthday on social media, but I know hers and I always used to congratulate her on time. I always made some assumptions as she has a lot she forgot or I don't know anything, but what pisses me off is that she will post happy birthday to other friends of hers even though she's not really that close to. This year, I did not post anything, and as expected, she forgot. But after some days, she posted a story congratulating another girlfriend with pictures and stuff. And I know for a fact that she is not even that close to this girl. I don't know if it's just disappointment. I don't think I will confront her. But still, I sometimes feel like maybe she does not appreciate me as much as I do, and she doesn't really value me as a friend that much. I wanted to vent because I was a little hurt that she did not disappoint my expectations. So, what is your take on this?
Okay. I have thoughts.
Okay.
I grew up in a household where like birthdays were really celebrated. My family would always stay up until midnight, always make sure that they were like the first ones to say happy birthday, and uh I would do the same. And then even growing up with my friends too, I would always stay up until midnight. I would prepare paragraphs. This used to be like in high school or whatever, like paragraphs of text. I would write it beforehand and
Mm,
then I would wait until midnight and hit send.
right.
And if that was never reciprocated for me, it was noted for the next year because I'm a tit for tat bitch like that.
Mm,
So I do understand where OP is coming from. I think I honestly do. Okay. I think age does matter here a little bit. Because I think in high school, it's maybe a little bit more, I don't know. It means more in high school. But as you're older, like 25, I don't think this is as important anymore. Like, we're all busy. We
mm-hmm.
have lives that we have to, everybody has their shit going on.
Right.
I will say okay, the not remembering the birthday would piss me off. I think that's very easily preventable. You can put a reminder in your phone every year.
Life hack. You have somebody whose birthday matters to you, put their birthday in your contacts on your phone. At least for iPhones, you'll get a message saying, hey, it's their birthday today.
A message or show up on the
A
calendar?
notification in your calendar.
A notification? Because I've never gotten a
Well,
notification,
I
but
think
I see it in my
you got to
calendar.
set it to say, like, remind on
Oh,
birthday.
oh, okay, okay. Yeah, you could do that. So, yeah, like use your resources. If you're a forgetful person, Use your resources. It's not.
And I think getting wished happy birthday means a lot to a lot of people.
I
A
agree.
lot of people, they see that and it means a lot to them, people wishing them happy birthday.
Yeah, I agree. I do think some people don't care about their birthdays, so maybe they don't put that same effort
Yeah,
when they're
to other people's.
yeah, when they're saying happy birthday to other people or whatever. So
I, I will say I feel like most people do appreciate their birthday. Like a very small percentage wise, probably like 10% are like, I don't care about birthdays. But I feel like most people are like, yeah, I want people to wish me happy birthday.
yeah. Um yeah, I would I don't I would just let her know.
Mm,
Hey, how come you forget my birthday? It kind of bothers me. I do this and this for you, and it would be nice if that was reciprocated.
yeah.
Just
But
let
do
her
you really
know.
want to call that out?
If it's obviously bothering her, like she made a whole post about this, so it's
Yeah.
bothering
It
her.
is bothering her.
So, yeah, I wouldn't hold that because then you're going to just create resentment.
Yeah,
Just,
I think also just like does that person show their appreciation in other ways? Because, maybe you shouldn't hold them to you appreciate your happy birthdays, but maybe that person doesn't. So maybe you
mm,
shouldn't hold them to that same standard in the sense of are you letting it ruin your relationship when to that person it wasn't really they didn't do it on purpose to spite you.
yeah,
It's just that's who they are, and
yeah,
sometimes you gotta accept people for where they're at and what their habits are.
yeah. And it could be that, maybe she is stronger in other areas of your
Yeah,
relationship, that this is the area that you maybe thrive in. And maybe she doesn't appreciate it as much because she doesn't, care or value it, you know?
yeah.
It's not something that's important to her. So, yeah, but maybe I don't know, maybe she's the one that always reaches out and makes plans with you or something, like
I feel like at the same time, it also could be an indicator of, like, your relationship fading, It could be an
yeah,
indicator. It's like that saying, "If they wanted to, they would. If he wanted to, he would."
yeah,
Same thing with that. Like, if they wanted to wish you happy birthday, if they cared enough about you, they would wish you happy birthday.
yeah.
So it could be an indicator to that. It's a tricky one.
We're
I'm going back and forth.
yeah, I know, we're giving, like, the worst advice. We're
Is
like,
she a
"Well, maybe
friend or is
it's
she
this,
a
maybe it's
foe? I don't have advice on this one.
that."
One of the comments says, so I was that friend for a minute. To be fair, I'm horrible about dates, but I realized I'm an asshole. She always remembered mine. So I made it a point to always get her a gift and say happy birthday. I do feel bad that I missed some, but she never said a thing. I just wanted to be a better friend. I know my life was crazy at that time and I was overwhelmed, but that's why I dropped the ball. She just might not realize birthdays are important to people. Her saying happy birthday to others, I bet she was reminded somehow. I think I would say something or take the time to evaluate your friendship with her and see if you're right. You care more than she does in this relationship. Good luck and happy early or late birthday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
tough one.
I mean, I had like my one last longest standing friend from high school that I had, that I lived with for several years right before I met Teresa. And then right before I met Teresa, I moved out from him. Every year we would always, we might like be disconnected, not much talk, but we'd always wish each other happy birthday. This was actually the first year that he didn't wish me happy birthday. And I'm gonna say, I will admit, I was miffed. I was cheesed when he didn't wish me happy birthday because not only did he not wish me happy birthday, but he also didn't come to our wedding, even though he was invited. And then he also didn't even like send us a text message or anything. No congratulatory on the day, even
Yeah.
though he knew the day and everything and all of that stuff. And I remember I called him for his birthday last year, and now his birthday's coming up next month, and I have no plans to call.
Yeah, I know. Well, we've talked about this before on the podcast about how we kind of both have lost friends that we've been friends with for a long time over the wedding and um just not reciprocating that energy. Um and I don't know, I was listening to my favorite podcast, the What We Said podcast, and they were talking about how important like friendships are. And if you don't have close friendships and someone is always quote like and you're always the one getting screwed or whatever in the relation like in the friendships and people are always doing the bad things to you, that's kind of
Hmm.
your perspective, then maybe you need to like look inwards and think about maybe you're not the one like, you think you're being a good friend, but if there's a pattern, then maybe you're like, there's something wrong with you.
Oh, okay.
No, but
I'm not sure if you're saying that as well as you think.
no, but I took that kinda personally because I was like, "Well, damn, I don't have any friends anymore."
Consistently losing friends over here.
Well, they were, like, my 2 closest friends since high school. I didn't really like, I wouldn't say I had other close friends besides them, and it was over the same reason. But I don't know if that's it's it's hard, I think, because the friends that I had in high school, like, I think people just change,
And yeah.
and it's also hard to make friends as an adult, I think.
Yeah.
Like
You're really only gonna make friends at work or in your hobbies. Like
yeah,
in school, you're forced to just be in a classroom with these same people. So of course you're like, you're gonna gravitate towards being friends with them because what else you have? But then when you get into real life, you're like, I work 40, 60 hours a week.
yeah,
I want to relax on the weekends and maybe I do a couple of my hobbies. Like, and if you're not finding friends at work or in your hobbies, where are you finding them? Because you ain't getting forced into a classroom every day to hang out with random people.
yeah, I know. I know, but
And
yeah,
neighbors, I guess, become your friends.
I think for me at least, um, I don't know, I feel like I do
We're
kind
not
of
we're not terrible at making friends.
well, yeah, I think our lifestyle is different than most,
We've
so
made some friends. We made friends with our neighbors in the condo, then they turned bad. We made
but
friends on the cruise we went
we're
on
the
to.
problem, eh?
No, no, I'm saying we've been making friends, and then we find out reasons that we don't love them anymore. We
So
had
we're the
no, we had great neighbors at the condo, and then that relationship was not our fault. Not our fault why it dispersed, and we made friends on the cruise ship. Those people still message us. We hung out with them. We went to Mandarin with one of them after. We're good people. They all love us. Everybody listening loves us. We're good people over here. Uh
Uh,
some birthday, have you ever thought of this? You know your birthday? Like how old are you?
27?
Yeah, so your birthday, when your birthday comes around, it's not actually marking the start of that
I
year.
know,
It's
everybody
marking
knows
the
this,
end.
yes.
You've completed 27 years. You're not on
Yes.
your 27th,
I'm
you're on
in
your
my 28th
28th.
year, yes,
A
I
little
know.
deceiving. You're older than your birthday is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's the depressing way of looking at your birthday.
it
It's
is.
the cup half empty type of way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Alright,
Back to you.
okay. Am I overreacting? My boyfriend and best friend were sitting in a car for 30 minutes at 2:30 a.m. ignoring my calls. Basically what the title says. My boyfriend went out last night with my sister and her boyfriend. We're all roommates, and I stayed home because I'm sick and I had to work in the morning. I woke up around 2:30 a.m. to noise and I assumed they were back, but I checked my boyfriend's location and he was still by the bar, but like in a parking lot near it. The bar closes at 2 and there's not anything else around it, just like warehouses and lots. So I called him, no answer. I called again like 3 times and no answer. I checked my sister's location and I saw she was home, so I thought maybe someone stole my boyfriend's phone or something, so I asked the roommate group chat who was home and got no answer. After calling everyone again and no answer, my sister told me her and her boyfriend were home. I called my boyfriend again a lot of times. I asked my sister, "Where's my boyfriend?" and she said, "He stayed out with my best friend's name." I called her and she answered. I could tell I was on speaker in her car, so if they were together, I knew he could hear me. I asked where my boyfriend was, and she said with her in the car, and I said, "Okay, why?" And I hear him say something, I don't remember what, but then I just hang up. They are really friendly with each other. They like all the same things, and my best friend had this thing in high school where she would just happen to like the guys that I did after I told her. She has a boyfriend that she lives with too. I'm not sure what to think, honestly. I called him 13 times and he did not answer, but he says they were just talking. I'm confused on how you do not hear or feel your phone ringing 13 times. He also did not tell me he invited her out. I found out when my sister told me who he was with at 2 a.m. He said the reason why he stayed out with her was because she said she was too drunk to drive, so he stopped and waited with her. When he got home, he said that they were talking about a recent argument me and him had, and he was trying to get a perspective from someone who knows me really well. I asked him to summarize it, and he could only describe like one point. Am I overreacting? This is weird, right? I don't even know how to get proof they weren't fooling around.
Um, yeah. I mean, could be nothing wrong.
Could be.
Could be no big deal.
Could be, but the optics are bad.
The optics are not looking good. But, why would she pick up but he doesn't? And it's not like he said, "Oh, my phone's dead." That's why. So why is his phone ringing so many times and he's ignoring her? Instead, when she phones the friend, she picks up first time when they're in the car together, talking together. You'd be like, "Oh, she's calling. Yeah, I'm not going to pick up right now." But also, some insights on a recent argument me and him had. Maybe he's
I
mad
hate
at her.
that.
Oh.
Oh.
Maybe he's mad and he's like, "I don't want to pick up the phone right now. We're in a fight. I'm not picking up the phone."
I think they would have said that. I think OP would have said that in the
No.
post, like,
One
we're
thing
arguing right now.
One thing I've learned, OPs can twist the narrative to make themselves look as best as possible.
Yeah, okay, I guess that's true. But I don't think you should be going to your girlfriend's best friend and airing out your dirty laundry and getting her perspective on it.
Well, I do agree with that. But what if he didn't go to her? What if he just saw her at the bar and was like, "Oh shit,
The sister was there.
I'm gonna ask."
The sister was there.
Yeah. So
So the sister would have said, "Oh, they just saw each other." No.
well, she didn't really say that. She didn't say anything about how they got together.
Which makes me think that he did it intentionally.
Okay, so my points hypothetically could still be correct. That they just saw each other at the bar, and he's like, "Shit, I'll get Alexandra's opinion on this."
I don't like any of that.
I don't like any of it either.
Okay, good.
It's all
What,
sus.
You're like
It's all sus.
trying
I'm
to
just
normalize
trying.
this.
I'm trying not to get my Reddit pitchfork out like usual.
Okay, fair.
Trying to just see it from a different angle. Look at it over here, see what's going on.
Yeah.
But it's not looking good.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
I particularly don't like the fact that he went to her and asked for her opinion, because then I feel like that makes him look vulnerable, and that gives friend time to swoop in.
Okay, but
An opportunity. She sees a crack.
Also says friend lives with her boyfriend.
So that means nothing.
I feel like majority of people that live with their spouse aren't cheating pieces of shit.
Really? We haven't read so many cheating stories about marriages?
Yes, but I think our data is biased towards cheating pieces of shit all love to come to Reddit. So I think our data is skewed. We don't have a proper sample size. We have skewed data. We're always reading the shit stories. I think the millions and billions of people out there, the majority of them that are living with their spouses, they got healthy relationships and they're not cheaters. So I think if someone says I'm in a relationship and I live with them, I think most times they're not cheaters.
Okay, sure. Fine. Are we sparing the friend? Fine. If we want to do that, whatever. What about the boyfriend here?
I don't like he's not picking up the phone. Because why did she pick up her phone and then he said something without saying, "Oh, my phone's dead"? That's the only reason I didn't pick up the phone. That's the only reason that you have to not pick up the phone. The only reason. Nothing else makes sense.
I don't know. I'm self-aware enough to know that this looks bad. Like, if this were me and a friend and her boyfriend, I would never do this shit. I would never be like, "Oh my God, I drank too much. I can't drive now. Can you sit with me and talk while I sober up?"
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. You're not getting sober in 30 minutes.
Exactly.
It's going to take you 6 hours to get sober.
Exactly.
Uber home and come back and get your car tomorrow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is all, it's just screaming something is...
You're right. You convinced me. They were having hot, sexy doggy sex in the back seat.
I don't think that they're fucking,
oh,
to
yeah.
be honest.
I do. I'm there now.
Oh.
They were fucking hard.
I'm not there yet. I don't think they're fucking. But I do think that there's something emotional going on there, and I wouldn't put up with this. I would ask my sister more questions. I would try to get the truth from her. Because at least, she doesn't have a dog in this fight.
Yeah, ask the sister. Listen, I got questions for you. Okay, here's my checklist. When did she come to the bar? Did she get in there with you? Did he invite her? Did they meet at the bar randomly? Was she there with somebody else? What did they talk about?
Exactly.
What time did you leave? Did he stay with her? What happened? Give me the details.
Yeah. So, top comment says, "There would have been no reason to ignore your calls and texts then, right? You don't need permission to leave a relationship. He went on a date without you."
Yeah. He went on a date and they fucked.
Another comment says, ditch them both. If that story were true, he should have picked up the first time and told you that.
Right? Hey, just with Alexandra. She's wasted. I'm just taking care of her. Be home soon. Love you, honey.
Yeah.
They fucked.
Yeah, probably.
They fucked.
All right.
Now there's an update for you.
Oh, there's an
You
update.
gotta go to their profile and it's like one of her comments.
Oh, look at you. This is why you have this job.
Yep.
You're good at it.
Yes.
Okay. So update in the comment says, I went through his phone. When I opened it, it was a recently deleted text. I asked my best friend what they were talking about, and it was what he said. This is what my best friend said to me this morning about it, so I don't think she was doing anything. I'll read the text screenshot. It says, but for the record, when he said they were coming back for me, I thought it was all of them, and then it was just him that walked up to my car, and I already talked about it with blank, and he was saying I should have just told him to get out and call an Uber, but I just wasn't thinking about it like that. I was just giving a ride home, and then as soon as you called me, I looked at him and was like, what did you do? But I already told him I'm not going out anymore because I don't want to be in the middle of all this. It was heartbreaking to hear you crying like that when you called, and I'm not about to get in the middle of someone else's relationship, especially yours, and I just can't be in drama like this anymore. Like, this gives me so much anxiety, and I just can't be a part of that. I'm always here if you need anything, and I'll talk to you, but I won't be talking to him anymore, period, because this is just too much. And last thing too is I am really mad at him because he put me in this position of you not trusting me and risking our friendship, and I told him that too. He apologized, which is fine, I guess, but this isn't something ... I can't see the rest.
I guess they didn't fuck.
And then, so the rest of the post goes from OP. At the beginning of the night, when he was first leaving, he said he was going to an arcade bar by himself to wait for my sister and her boyfriend to get him and go to the other bar. I questioned him and thought it was weird why he'd be going to a bar alone. I found out that it was my best friend's idea to meet there first, but she thought they would all be there. I'm unsure if she met there with him first or not. My boyfriend is insisting that he deleted the message because he knew I would get weird if I saw him inviting her out without me there, and I guess there was another time a few months ago where he was venting about our relationship.
They didn't fuck.
Sure, I'm on the best friend. I believe the best friend.
Oh, now you believe she's
honest.
not cheating on her boyfriend?
Fine. Yeah, fine. I think I do believe her. Honestly, that text kind of, it didn't scream guilty to me.
Yeah.
But the boyfriend,
he was trying to fuck.
The boyfriend definitely has different, worse intentions.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean you're inviting my best friend out to an arcade, just the two of us, just the two of yous?
Yep.
Get out of my face with that.
Listen, unless we're ring shopping, workshopping ring and proposal ideas, there ain't no reason for a secret meetup. And that should be a coffee shop during the day, not drinking at an arcade bar.
Yeah.
No. They didn't fuck, but he wanted
to.
Yeah, he lied too. He big liar.
He lied to his girlfriend and said, I'm going to this arcade by myself. Why would you need to lie if you weren't doing shady shit?
He's a shady motherfucker.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
We don't love him, no.
No.
All right, back to you.
Okay. Am I the asshole for suggesting my friend should learn to self-soothe? I have a friend at work. We interact with each other every day and often hang out outside of work, sometimes on a weekly basis, sometimes less frequently. She struggles with anxiety. When she has opened up to me about some struggles in the past, I have suggested therapy. She recently started seeing a therapist. She will overthink things to the point where she gets so consumed by anxiety that she cannot do anything else and will spiral out of control. She'll cry, starve, or stay up all night. Oftentimes, after we hang out or even interact, she will text me and ask me things like, quote, I'm spiraling. When I said blank, did you think I meant blank? Or, do you hate me? I have never thought about our conversations as intensely as she has. My response is usually something like, I'm fine. I had fun. If something was wrong, I'd tell you. We went out to lunch one day and we were at the restaurant for almost 4 hours. We were just talking and it was nice. When I got home, she sent a text saying, quote, I'm having massive anxiety at the moment and I'm unsure exactly what sparked it, but alas, here we are. Did I come off sounding like a judgmental bitch in any of our conversations? Did I overshare at any point? Did I bore you with my talking? Those questions are spiraling in my brain. I think I'm just looking for a bit of validation before I spiral further. This was a lot for me. She has shared with me that in the past, people have told her that she is, quote, too much, and that's a sensitive subject. But in this moment, I felt it too. It was too much. I didn't want to say those words because I didn't want to hurt her, but I also wanted to communicate some boundaries because I felt like something inside me snapped. I felt like she kept using me to ease her mind. I struggle with my own, albeit different, anxieties. Sometimes I share things with her, but I would never put it all on her to solve it like I felt she had done to me. I have learned to self-soothe, and it was such a helpful skill. I wanted to say this to her in a way that didn't come off judgy or like I knew better. I replied, quote, I'm all good. I had fun. I'm sorry you're having a hard time. I care about our relationship, but you checking in after we hang out is not something I can keep doing. I've noticed you tend to check in like this often after we hang out or interact. My reassurance can help the momentary spiraling, but I think that talking about it with your therapist would help get to the root of the issue better than I can, because that sounds really hard for you. Just know that if something comes up that bothers me, I'd 100% let you know. She said, thanks for communicating all of that. Those are things I'm actively working on in therapy and was attempting to use some of my skills my therapist gave me. Addressing the anxiety was one of them. I understand where you're coming from and will make note of that in the future. I didn't know how to reply, so I just didn't.
Okay, I mean, it sounds like it ended well, question mark?
So you're not the asshole for suggesting her friend should self-soothe. Is that what you're trying to say?
Eh,
Not the
yeah,
asshole?
it doesn't sound like she even thinks you're the asshole
Right? Sounds like it was taken.
the way it should have.
Yeah, like maybe they are friends.
Yeah, this is a friend, not a foe.
Friend!
Um, yeah, that could be a lot. Like we all know that I also have anxiety. But this sounds like it sounds like she's been burned before
Yeah,
from maybe a group of mean girls or something, and like something has happened in her life where she's probably like put a lot of trust into somebody. She thought that they were friends, and then it ended up being like, I don't know, they made a fool of her or something.
right?
So she has a hard time trusting people. Um, yeah, this is like heartbreaking, and I'm sure as a friend, you don't want to see your friend go through this. But it's also not your job, as OP is saying. It's not your job to be the one to keep reassuring her.
Yeah,
You can, provide reassurances every now and then, but it seems like every time after they interact, after they go hang out, she like asks the same questions and it's always the same answer. No, I'm fine. I'll let you know if something is wrong. I'll let you know if something is wrong. I think that in itself is a great reassurance. Like, I will let you know if something is wrong.
right?
And that's what she did here, actually. She actually let her know that something was wrong.
Yeah,
Hey, I don't think I can keep doing this for you.
right.
I think you should actually like take matters into your own hands and I'm always going to be here for you and you're like you mean a lot to me, but like try to get some help. Try to talk to this with your therapist.
Yeah,
So, yeah, like not only is she saying if something was wrong, I'll let you know, she's actually, showing that.
yeah.
So, hopefully that in itself will also be some reassurance for friend.
Hopefully. Talk comment says, sounds like you had a healthy chat about it. Don't give up on her. And someone replies and says, this 1000%. Only start distancing after she breaks that boundary.
Yeah. But also, yeah. Like I wouldn't say like the first time, like if she's really trying to like work on this and the next two or three times, whatever, after you hang out, she doesn't text you, but then the fourth time she does, I would just reiterate that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like, okay, you're done.
Cut.
You know?
Foe now.
Yeah. Friend to foe.
UFO.
UFO?
UFO. Second Talk comment says, no reply was necessary, but you should be the one to reach out and make plans next because her anxiety will keep her from doing so.
Mm.
She might have even been grateful that you didn't carry the conversation on. Someone with everything going on that you've just described, she does.
Oh, like, signed someone with everything going on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I do think that this is more, common than you would think.
There was an edit that says, and now it's been a few days since any interaction. The alone time and space is kind of nice, though. ...
Okay, but is the alone time nice now? Like, was she ever a friend at a like, was there ever a time where you were friends that you where you didn't have to be this outlet for her, this therapist for her?
Hmm.
Because maybe if there was a time when that wasn't the case, then maybe, like, that's what you're really missing, and as of lately,
Yeah.
you haven't been you've been more of a helper for her. So, yeah, I could see that where it could be, exhausting and you don't even wanna hang out with her anymore. But like, as long as she's working on herself and she is trying to get better, then I think that should be worth something.
Hmm. OP does make a comment that says, I left out the part where she hasn't talked to me for a few days. We usually eat lunch together, but she has been MIA with no explanation. My story was already long enough. I didn't think that part was relevant. I think that explains why she wrote the post, why she's wondering if she's the asshole, because she hasn't
Oh,
heard from her friend in a few
okay.
days.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, I guess.
I met a person like this once, and after about 2 weeks, I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't take the consistent checking in to make sure that I was good. Did they upset me? Did they do this? Why aren't you responding? Message me back. I just couldn't handle it after a while. And now looking back, I think that person had a lot of anxiety
Yeah,
and was
definitely.
looking to me for
Yeah.
reassurance. And at one point, I just hit my limit. I couldn't do it anymore. I tried to at first to give as much as I could, and I just eventually I hit my limit where I'm like, this is exhausting. I can't keep up with all of this reassurance that this
Mhm.
person needs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's tough.
it's tough. Yeah. Okay, back
All
to you.
right. Would I be the asshole if I called out my quote allergic friend for eating her no foods? I, 32 female, have a friend, Dina, 38 female, who has a constantly changing and ever growing list of things she won't eat: gluten, dairy, certain spices, nightshades, beans, certain protein isolates, specific thickening agents, and nuts. When I host a party, if there isn't anything totally free of all the things on her list of the week, then she'll refuse to eat it all and kind of pout a little. I take pride in my cooking, and I take pride in being a good host who takes care of her guests. It upsets me when I read the labels and everything, only to have her announce a new forbidden food that wasn't on her list before. But what grinds my gears more is when I do manage to make something she can eat, only for her to take a few small bites before sneaking into the kitchen to eat the regular food. For example, I completely sanitized my whole kitchen before making her a hypoallergenic pizza, then put it in an airtight container before making regular pizza for everyone else. When she arrived, she said thanks. She took a slice of her special pizza. One other person asked her if they could try hers just to see how different it was, so they also took a slice. The other 6 slices remained untouched. Then, when I got up to use the bathroom during a big game, I saw Dina eating a slice of the regular pizza in the kitchen over the sink. I didn't say anything because I didn't want to make a fuss, and also I had to pee pretty bad. When I came back out of the bathroom, she had rejoined the party. No ill effects were observed. Later, another friend complained of the same thing, spending hours doing the research, making the special dish, then catching Dina eating a Girl Scouts cookie. I'm currently making a cake for Dina's birthday. I used to be a pastry chef, and it's taken a lot of skill and effort. If I see her eating regular food, would it be a dick move for me to ask her why she does this?
No, no, call her out. I know what the fuck's going on with Dina. Dina wants to live this type of lifestyle, healthy food lifestyle. This food's not good for you. And then when she gets in there, she's like, fuck, yummy pizza. I'm starving over here because this shit tastes like shit.
Yeah.
And then she realized, well, it's just a choice. It's not an actual necessity for me. So I'm hungry and I'm going to eat the yummy pizza because all of the freaking hyperallergenic pizza I can't imagine it tastes as good as regular pizza. So I think that's what's going on. I completely sanitized my whole kitchen before making her the hyperallergenic pizza, and then I put it in an airtight container before making pizza with everybody else.
Yes.
God damn, that's a lot of work. I'd be pissed. I'd be
Yeah,
so mad that I went through all of this effort for you.
exactly.
She's like, I take pride in my cooking. I take pride in being a good host who takes care of her guests. Ah, that's where my disconnect is. I don't give a fuck. I'm not a good host. That's where I'm like, this is why I don't have this problem. I don't care.
Well, yeah, actually, this is the dichotomy between you and I
Yeah.
when we just hosted
Yeah.
last weekend, and I was
Yeah.
like, "I need to cook for all
Yep.
13 people, everything needs to be handmade, everything." You're like, "Let's just order takeout."
And who do you think had a happier time on that day? A less stressful day. Who do you think had a less stressful day of the two of us? You
Hmm.
were fucking choking on the smoke in the kitchen trying to cook for everybody. Don't worry, guys.
It
Bathroom's
was
ready
worth
soon.
it.
I can't breathe because of the smoke.
It was worth it because
Was it?
honestly, yeah, when everybody at the dinner table was like, Teresa, that was good."
You spent like how many hours cooking just for it to go away in 15 minutes
Yeah,
and
but
missed all that family
my ego
interaction
got a
time?
boost.
I'm like, let's just order it. Somebody else can do it and we can hang out with family. That's what I'm here
Yeah,
for.
yeah.
I'd be
Oh,
so upset if I went through all these efforts. Fucking Dina's over the sink eating
I
the
know.
pizza.
No, I think that's
Slap that shit out of her
blatant
hand. I would
disrespect.
slap
Do
that
you
shit out of the hand.
I guess sorry, go.
If she's eating a different cake that's there, and it's my house, I'm gonna like, and I see her about to take the first bite, I'm gonna run over, swat that shit onto the ground, make this huge deal of it. Don't worry, Dina, I'll save you. That's the wrong cake. That's not the good cake. That's got the bad ingredients in it. Just smash it on the ground, make a huge mess with the cake and stuff. I saved you. Don't worry. Make her embarrassed. Embarrass her, like highlight the fact that she's not eating the cake that she says she needs to eat,
Yeah.
and then I'd clean it up. And I would clean it up with a smile on my face.
It's a big difference to have on one side, I'm doing it complete like I cleaned my kitchen. I made sure to put it in an airtight container so nothing could get in it.
Yeah.
No other allergens can get into this container. And then she's going and eating the pizza, like the pizza that is allegedly bad for her.
Yeah, that's the biggest dick move. It's one thing if she's like, "Oh, I'm lactose intolerant. I really shouldn't be eating this ice cream." And then she has a little bit of ice cream. She's like, "Ah, I'm gonna fucking feel it." Like, okay, you did that to yourself. But she's making her friends go through all this
Yeah.
effort for her like picky stuff. At the beginning, it says, uh, certain spices, beans, nightshades. I was like, what
What
the
is
hell are nightshades? So
nightshades?
nightshades are a diverse plant family, including common edible vegetables like potatoes, tomatoes, eggplant, and peppers.
I've never
Yeah, I've never heard of nightshades.
referred to any of those vegetables as
Yeah.
nightshades.
I feel like she watched a TikTok and she's like, oh, nightshades, not good for you. I don't eat nightshades anymore. Like, it's obviously not a medical restriction. It's all preference. And I'm not down
It
for
could.
all of this effort for preference.
Yeah.
If she's allergic to stuff, okay. I'm going to go through the effort. We're going to make sure that there's no nuts. We're not
Yeah.
having any peanut reactions. Cool. But when you're changing this stuff on a whim, that's not being allergic. That's a preference.
Yeah, exactly. So top comment says, quote, "Sorry I can't accommodate your restrictions anymore. I just can't keep up with the ever-changing list and have noticed they don't always seem to apply as everyone sees you consistently eating foods you say you can't. Stop inviting this loon over. It's not worth the stress, not the
Yes.
asshole."
Leave the loon in Canada. Jeez. What a freaking loony loon. What a loon.
Yeah. No, yeah, the litany of ingredients are just protein isolates, thickening agents. Oh, what's next? You can't have water. You can't have
I've heard that's a great diet. The non H2O diet.
non-H2O.
Yeah.
I wouldn't survive. We know I drink too much water.
You'd be parched.
Yeah.
The Sahara Desert.
So there's an edit that says, "Wow, this blew up while I was baking. I don't think my friend of nearly a decade is a drama llama." Love that. But I also think it's time I had an open and honest conversation with her about her recent food weirdness. At least the goofy cake turned out well.
You should have done a cake shaped as a loon, but Goofy's pretty good too.
So an update says, had the hard talk, found out there are some specific physical and mental health issues going on. It honestly seems like she's been pretty embarrassed about it. We figured out some good strategies that will work better for my cultural need to feed people without making me want to pull out my hair when she stumbles on taking care of herself. For instance, I will always have her favorite fancy mineral waters in my fridge as a way to show I'm thinking of her. For food centric occasions, she will bring along something that she can eat and also text me a few days ahead of time with her allergist's current working theory about what is making her sick.
Interesting. Okay, so that kind of explains it a little bit there with their allergist's current working
Working
theory.
theory.
So they don't have a definitive, hey, you're allergic to this.
It still doesn't really make things all right.
No, it's definitely rude. But, you're not going to find somebody who's actually allergic to peanuts sneaking a Snickers bar.
Exactly.
But you'll find somebody who's like, hey, maybe it could be this. You'll find them sneaking that slice of pizza over the not that tasty pizza because it's like, we don't know 100% confirmed it's this that's making me sick.
Yeah.
And they'll try and get away with it because it tastes good.
Yeah, I just think don't make your friend go through all that effort.
Nah, bring your own meal.
Like, if you know that week, like, if you are okay eating that pizza, then it didn't need to be so serious.
Yeah.
With all the prep work and everything.
Right? So much prep work.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's move on.
All right. Okay. This is going to be my last story. Am I the asshole for being upset that my friend planned a surprise brunch for my birthday and then charged me for my meal later?
Oh.
Backstory. For my birthday, my two closest friends surprised me for a brunch. I was dropped off at the restaurant with no idea what was happening, and they were there waiting. We did a brunch special. They got me a few gifts. One friend paid the bill. 2 weeks later, she charged me for the meal without saying anything beforehand.
What?
That's what bothered me. To me, if something is a surprise, it's generally assumed that you're not paying unless it's communicated up front. It wasn't about the money and I don't mind paying. It just felt weird to plan a surprise and then silently charge me after. I brought it up and said I was okay paying my share, but it threw me off that she never mentioned it. She got defensive, said, quote, forgot to pay for me, that I shouldn't have expected it to be covered, and that I was being entitled and ungrateful since she already did a lot. Gifts, flowers, traveling to see me. She also said paying for a surprise is subjective. I genuinely was grateful and never was trying to ask for more. I just think if you plan a surprise, you either cover it or communicate expectations ahead of time. Charging someone for a surprise that you planned for them feels like giving a gift and then asking them to pay for it, and it feels like she wanted the credit for doing something for me but wasn't willing to actually fully take care of what she had planned. To me, that feels kind of off-putting and not genuine.
Yep.
We talked about it, but it feels like she doesn't see my side at all. She says some people she asked agree with her. Is there a perspective I'm not seeing, or did she probably lie about what went down? I think her wanting me to pay in the first place was already weird, but what makes me even more confused is that when we talked it out, it seemed like she doesn't think she's in the wrong, which is mind-blowing to me. It seemed like she didn't see where I was coming from, when I feel like this is a worldwide unwritten rule / understanding when you plan a surprise for someone, regardless if it's for a birthday or something else. I just feel like it's hard to believe she doesn't see what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
feel like she knew it was wrong and just didn't want to spend the money, and because I brought it up, she has to talk her way out of it. Is there a perspective I am missing, or am I valid for being upset about this?
No. I don't think you're missing anything, honestly. I think we're all on the same page here. I think actually though what happened is because this was 2 weeks later. So she paid for her,
Yeah.
left, and then 2 weeks later, I'm guessing like requested a Venmo or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Why so long?
I think she probably checked her bank balance or whatever and was like, "Fuck, I spent too much money this month. I should
can't
ask her
cover
for money
this.
back."
Yeah,
I honestly think that that's what happened.
right? The credit card bill caught up with it.
Yeah. Because otherwise, why did she pay in the first place?
Yeah, why is it 2 weeks later too?
Also, like, if someone is paying, like, in that moment, if someone is paying for me, I'm gonna explicitly thank them for paying for me.
Yeah.
So did you like, was there a conversation had that day?
Right? Like, "Oh my god, thank you so much for this prize.
Yes.
Thanks for paying for lunch and everything."
Yes.
You would think that person would be like, "Oh, no, 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 you gotta send me your
Yeah,
portion.
exactly.
I didn't pay
Exactly.
for your I just paid the bill, but you owe me for the lunch."
Yeah.
Now 2 weeks later. And
No,
then
she
all
switched up because she needed that money.
and then also she just sent the Venmo request without even, like, a text message. Like, "Hey, I'm gonna
Yeah.
send
She's
you
embarrassed.
the amount for lunch from 2 weeks ago when I said I was gonna surprise you for the birthday party. Turns out I'm actually broke and I can't afford it. So if you could please, pay me back, that'd be great so I can pay my electric bill this month so my electricity doesn't get cut off. Thank you very much."
Yeah. No, I also think that we're all on the same page that if you are throwing a surprise anything for someone, that's on you to pay.
I agree.
You cannot bring someone to a restaurant and expect them, like, without their consent
Yeah,
and expect them to pay. You don't know what their financial situation is right now. Like, maybe they can't afford that
exactly.
restaurant. They didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
They got brought there.
I, you know, I I have a hard time saying this because of all the shit I've said about my mom in the past, but I was raised that if you invite someone to a restaurant, you are paying. If you invite someone to go do an activity, you should have it in your mind that you are going to pay for them. My mom always raised me, she's like, "I invited you, I'm going to pay."
Yeah.
I don't know if that's right or wrong of me, but that's how I was raised.
Okay, that one, I don't really know what the right or wrong answer is.
I mean, that's kind of what we're saying. If you invite
If
someone
it's a
to go somewhere,
surprise,
even
like,
if it's not a surprise, like, "Hey, let's go to lunch." I don't know. Where's the line? Like, how do you determine
I
that?
don't think so though. So like every time, like, I don't know, when we invited Alex and Victoria out.
Yeah, I feel like it's gotta be a different and maybe there's, like, a power dynamic behind that because that's the parent inviting the kid, that's an older person inviting a younger person. Like, if I was to, like, tell one of my younger cousins, like, "Hey, let's go to lunch and stuff,"
Yeah, that's
I
different,
would
I
totally expect to
think.
pay for them. But if we are talking with our friends and we're like,
Yeah,
"Oh, do you guys wanna, like, meet together for lunch and
exactly.
stuff?"
I don't think that
That's
that's
more of the expectation, like, we're gonna split the bill.
yes, exactly. If you're arranging plans with your friends,
Yeah, I
I
feel
don't think that
there's
should be.
definitely a dynamic there, and it's hard to read it, but in a general sense, when I invite people out, I am kind of under the impression like, "Okay, I'm gonna pay for them,"
Yeah.
except for, like, friends when we're hanging out. I don't know how to describe the difference, but there
Yeah.
is a difference there.
Yeah. Also, I do think like dates, like if a man
Oh, yeah.
invites a woman on
Yeah.
a date,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
either way, like if you're a woman inviting a woman, I think like whoever is doing the
What
inviting,
if it's a woman inviting a man?
then the man's still.
Oh. Oh.
No, I'm joking. Honestly, no. I think if the woman invites out the man, then yeah, pay up.
At the bare minimum, whoever is the one who's not paying, you should at least offer to pay.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
Always. I offered
It's a courtesy thing.
on our first date. I think I
Yeah.
did pay actually.
No, I think you paid for the movies to make up for it.
Yeah, because we did 3 dates in one.
Fuck
We
yeah.
did dinner, mini golf, and then we didn't want our night to end,
Yeah.
so then we went to the movies,
And there's
which
no
wasn't
good
on the docket.
movies. Shit movie. It's on I think it's on Prime right now.
I will never watch that again.
Blade Runner, Ryan Gosling. We should actually watch it as like an anniversary thing, and then I can kiss you again during the
Oh,
same
and are you
scene.
gonna remember which scene it was that you kissed me for the first time ever?
Oh yeah. It was when the movie gets really boring for the first time.
The whole thing. 10 seconds in?
No, the beginning holds your attention because it's building the storyline. It's telling you about this futuristic world they live in, and then eventually he's in the wilderness, he's in the middle of nowhere, and it's like boring. Kiss
I
time.
don't remember a thing
Time
about
to
that
kiss
movie.
this girl I just met for the first time in the movie theater. Totally recommend it. 10 out of 10. It works.
It worked. We're living proof.
Living proof. Top comment on this post says, not the asshole. If she's saying anyone else agree with her, she's either lying to you or lying to them. This is the equivalent of buying a friend a gift, watching them unwrap it, and then invoicing them for it.
Yeah, I agree.
Damn straight.
I agree.
Damn straight. No update. OP makes a couple comments. To add to the story, when they got me flowers, my boyfriend asked if they could buy one for me from him too, and he sent her money for it. But he sent more money than flowers were, and she never paid him back the change. He asked her about it when she sent me the charge, and she said she forgot how much they even were, even though she had charged me and the other friend, so she had to look at the receipt.
Oh
Also,
my god.
also, the other friend doesn't really have anything to do with it because the friend that charged me was in control of planning everything and doing payments and whatever else. My other friend would not have known I was paying for my meal until I told her. She just got a charge from the Venmo friend and assumed it was for everything they got me plus the meal. Okay, so there's three of them, and she sent both of them a charge, and the other friend who was like, yeah, let's surprise her, thought she was just paying splitting the bill 50-50,
Yeah.
but that was actually only 33% of the bill. Yo, that's a foe. That's
Yeah.
straight up foe right there.
Yeah.
Oh
No,
my
this is actually
god.
the worst person to be friends with. Who's always like nickel and diming. Oh, you have to pay me back for that coffee. Oh, we have to split that $10 Uber. Like
Yeah.
I hate people like that.
We gotta be even. We gotta be even.
I hate that.
Yeah, I'm not like that. Craziness. Craziness.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, before we get into Q&A, I saw these like quick little Reddit snippets that pop up on Facebook, and I wanted to talk about them. I want to read them, okay? The first one is I wish I could take credit for this one, but I found it elsewhere on the internet. Have a neighbor who you just hate and want to get them while remaining completely anonymous. Buy a lot of old keys and then buy a bunch of cheap key tags. Write on the tag things like house key with their phone number on the tags. Leave these tag keys all over the place at stores, on hiking trails, sidewalks, whatever you can think of, just vary all the places. Now they will get calls from random strangers saying they found their keys all the time. Your strategic placement could mean they get 5 calls tomorrow and 1 call a year from now. Your level of commitment is their level of insanity getting contacted about lost keys. It will cost you a little bit of money, but it is legal and petty level 9,000.
It's legal?
I mean, what would be illegal about it? All you're doing is writing down a phone number on a key and leaving it somewhere.
I guess.
It's not like you copied their house key and was like, hey, come unlock my door.
Yeah.
Random keys.
Fair.
That's petty revenge.
That's along the same lines of using someone else's email for all the spam.
Yeah, right? That's like the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. This one I really liked. 6 years ago, I switched my wife's cat with a more well-behaved lookalike.
Get out.
6 years ago, I swapped my then girlfriend, now wife's cat with a more well-behaved lookalike. She had an all-black cat that was extremely aggressive. It scratched everyone, hissed at everyone, and didn't use its litter box half the time. My wife insisted she could get it to behave better. One week, she went out of town to visit her family, and I was supposed to go to her apartment and feed it. The first night I went over, it scratched the shit out of my arm. I joked to the cat that it's not special and I'll replace it if it scratches me again. The joke stuck with me until I had thought about it enough that it wasn't a joke. The next morning, I went to the local animal shelter, found an identical cat who was already litter box trained and acclimated to people, but was a little skittish. So old owner died of a heart attack, and the animal shelter people said they think that's why it's skittish. But overall, it was a lot friendlier and better behaved, and the skittishness would help it resemble the original cat. So I adopted it, took it to my wife's apartment, settled it in, and then drove her original cat to an animal shelter in a town over. I was paranoid my wife would find out if I took it to the local one. It's been 6 years since then. We got married 4 years ago. We still have the swap cat. It answers to the original cat's name. My wife knows nothing. She loves this cat and brags about how much better behaved it is. Every time I see it, I feel like a total piece of shit. Because you are a total piece of shit.
Why would you make me mad about that right now?
Could you believe someone who would do this? Ruin their whole relationship like this?
I can't
How
believe
could you then
reading this to me and making me upset.
How could you then continue on to get married to that person?
I'm pissed.
That's fucked.
I'm pissed.
That is messed up.
I wish you would have spared me that one.
I just read it and I was just like, we love cats, and this is the most fucked up cat story I've ever read.
Well, thanks for sharing that.
I wanted to bring light to it so that nobody else ever does that ever again.
Oh, you're giving people ideas now,
No,
actually.
don't do that. I hope his marriage falls apart. I hope he gets fucked. Hope
Me
that
too.
cat scratches his face, scratches his eyeball and eats it while he's sleeping in the middle of the night. I hope he comes over and sleeps on his face and suffocates him and dies in the middle of the night.
Jesus.
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
Okay, can we go to Q&A now?
All right, Q&A. Would you guys ever consider opening up a P.O. box? I know the plan is to eventually return to RV life later in the year, but I would love to send you two some snail mail.
Sure.
I will look into it.
Sure.
I will look into it.
Thank you, assistant.
Are P.O. boxes in Canada? Or they're only in the States?
Yeah.
I will look into it then. Yeah, I mean, as far as RV life update, what do we got, babe?
Still getting fixed.
It's in a second shop now, getting the slide outs repaired, and they recommended that we put new tires on it. Even though when they sold it to us last year, the tires were cracked, and they said, oh, they're fine. But now it's in the service shop, they're like, oh, you should replace it. Wasn't happy about that.
Ironic.
Ironic. Somebody else says, I stalked my husband by waiting for him to come outside to the quad in college. My bed, where I did homework, was at the window, so when he did homework outside, I would go take out the trash, just so that he could see me often enough that we would say hi, then chat naturally. We knew each other through friends. I would wave and just waited for the day he would wave me over to chat. It did happen. Together 16 years now. And I was very honest with him and told him my stalker ways once we became close, but before we made it official. He thought it was funny, plus I never crossed any lines. All right.
I love that.
All right, Ashy2161. That's a great love story. I love
You're
that.
outing her.
I love that. No, I'm giving them validation for their comment. Because that was when we were asking about people's real life love stories.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I feel like that's in line with going to the gym the same time every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that lines up.
Exactly.
Yeah. Q&A, was there ever a moment where things could have gone a completely different way for you two? And looking back, can you give us a quick recap of your love story from how it started to where you are now? P.S. I don't want you to go bald. All right, Tommy, AKZ5VN from YouTube.
That's funny. Oh, so what was the first? Things could have gone completely different.
Was there ever a moment where things could have gone a completely different way for you two?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We actually started this podcast on a complete whim.
What?
We did.
I don't think they're talking about a different way from like whether we had the podcast or not have the podcast.
Oh, I thought they were talking about our lives.
I think our love life.
Oh, our love life.
Was there ever a point where we almost didn't stay together?
Okay. Didn't stay together or didn't meet?
I'm gonna go with different. Didn't stay together.
I think we've talked about it before.
I tried to break up with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that, like a year?
8 months in.
8 months?
Yep.
Was that before or after you said I loved you?
After.
Shit. I was scared. It's like, shit, now she loves me? Yeah. When Teresa met me, I wasn't doing very much. I was just working 60 hours a week, so I didn't really do much of my hobbies. But my sister let me borrow her street bike, and then I told Teresa that I got it up to like 270 kilometers an hour or something on the highway. And Teresa did not like that.
Naturally. That's fucked up.
We got in a little bit of a tiff. Teresa was crying. She's like, you can't be doing this. And I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I ride dirt bikes. You haven't even experienced me riding dirt bikes yet. I like to do adrenaline stuff. I like to do zip lining and dirt bikes and cars and all this stuff. And I don't know if I can't handle you being this worried about me that I can't do that adrenaline junkie stuff. I said, maybe this isn't working. Maybe we should break up. And Teresa said, no,
should have.
Teresa says, no, you're dumb as fuck. We're staying together. Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, no.
What?
Now you're good.
Now we're good?
Now you're a lot less like that.
Yeah. So that's a time that we can almost, but quick recap of our love story and how it started. So I moved out of my roommate situation in Newmarket and I moved down to Vaughan because I worked in Vaughan, and I rented a room with this guy for $400 a month. And I remember moving in, and then I used to work a afternoon evening shift, 2:30 until 10:30 at night. So I would wake up around 11, and then I would go to the gym, and I'd, go to the gym for like 12 every morning. And then I just saw this cute girl who was there's 3 treadmills and she was always on the left treadmill or the right treadmill from like when you're on them, but when you're walking towards them, whatever.
So many details that are
Whatever.
so unnecessary.
And I would hop on the treadmill and I would sprint at the fastest pace possible. And eventually she was always there. And I would say, hey, oh, you're here again. And I just noticed that she was always there. So I was like, oh, hey, you again. Oh, hey, you again. Blah, 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 blah. And then I would look at Teresa's butt when she got off the treadmill and she went to go do her ab
Creep.
workouts and stuff because I was sprinting on my treadmill. And then eventually I got to know her name. And then I was like, okay, next time I got to ask her for her phone number. And then I didn't see her for 2 weeks. And I was like,
This was like after
fuck.
us going like
A month?
almost every day.
Yeah. For like a month?
Yeah, for like a month.
So then I was like, fuck, I'm never going to see her again. And then 2 weeks later, I'm heading into the gym. My head's down. I'm changing music on my phone. And then just at the last moment, I pop my head up and she's just like, huh, hey, hey.
You were coming out of the elevator. I was going into the elevator.
Yeah.
And you were like on your phone. You were going to walk out of the elevator without even looking up at me.
Yeah.
And I was like, hi.
And I was like, oh, hey, it's you. Oh, I was wanting to get your number from last time. And then we exchanged numbers.
Yep. And then I never went to the gym again.
Yeah. I thought she was a fitness girl. Nope. She wasn't. She kind of was. Then when we started going back to the gym together, the next condo and stuff, we exercised a lot together. But how much I saw you in there, I thought you were like more fitness person than me.
Oh, yeah.
And then it turned out like you were just like coming to the gym for me.
Well, I mean, it was like a little bit of both, I would say. The reason I stopped going was because of school.
Yeah, all your school started getting
It got
busy.
super busy.
We started texting, and then I didn't even see you for like 3 weeks. We didn't even have our first date because you had exams coming out.
Yeah, it was like midterms, I remember.
Yeah. Then we did mini golf, destroyed Teresa. We did spoon and fork eating, and then that's when
Spoon and fork.
remember when I tried to eat the whole edamame?
Oh yeah, Denver. So it's Spoon and Fork. It's a Japanese all you can eat place, and I ordered edamame, and Denver didn't tell me he's never tried it before. So he went to go grab the edamame. He just put the whole thing in his
Started
mouth.
chewing it. And I was like, this is tough. And she's just like chuckling. She's like, you're only supposed to eat the seed. She's like, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm embarrassing myself in front of this beautiful girl. I'm embarrassing myself. Oh my God. Yeah.
It was funny.
Yeah.
What a time.
Yeah. What a time.
Yeah. What was the last thing?
A quick recap of the love story.
Oh, okay, yeah.
How it started to where you are now. And now we're fucking married.
Look at us now.
We have an RV. We bought a house.
We're about to celebrate our 1-year marriage anniversary.
2 cats.
In May.
Yeah. We just passed 8 years. Official wedding. Official just relationship.
Yeah.
Craziness.
I know.
Time flies. Time flies. All right, next one. Q&A question here. The room you were considering as the recording room, what would you do with it instead? In the beginning of you moving in, you were talking about how you both enjoyed house shopping when you found the large canvas. Have you found any more things that you love / been inspired by for designing the house? And what have you got left to finish the house off before it's done? Love seeing you guys in your own house.
Okay, so where we were going to do the studio was going to be in our basement.
Yeah. It's an unfinished room down there.
Yeah, so it's still just bare.
Yeah, what would you do with it instead?
Nothing.
Put all of our boxes there.
Yeah,
that's what's
storage
currently
area.
Storage area right now.
Yeah. Yeah, we would just leave it. What we've bought since I think the canvas. We've furnished. This place is fully furnished now.
Fully
like
furnished,
it's done. Pretty much. I would say like if we had more funds, I would love to zhuzh up our office.
Yeah.
Office is very bare.
Could use a bookshelf.
Yeah, I could use a lot more decor in there, a lot like cuter stuff in there. There's
Sure.
nothing in there.
We got curtains for these windows.
Yeah, we got a bunch of curtains for all of our windows, which really makes this place come together, I will say. I got my Nana's lamp. When my Zio moved out, he gave me
It is a Nana lamp there.
He gave me a bunch of his stuff that he no longer needed, which was my Nana's before it was his. So I love that lamp. It's very antique looking. Denver Denver doesn't love it, but I think it, like, really completes this whole vibe. Um, and what else? Uh, I don't know. I feel like yeah, I don't know. I think more can go into the bedroom too. There's it's pretty bare in there too. There and too. Holy, it's pretty bare there too.
Sure.
Um, but yeah, we're we're not staying here forever.
Yeah, I'm content with how everything
So
is.
I'm happy. I don't need to put any more money into it.
No, I think I've hit my budget
Yeah.
limit because we're gonna be gone all summer, then we're coming back for next winter, and then we're probably gonna try and rent it out after that. And I think I don't think I want to do any more effort into
Yeah.
all of it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody else says, "Hey guys, love the show and the stories you bring. The only thing that bothers me is that the timestamps of the chapters always seem to be off, which I don't know if it's a fixable issue, but I figured I'd let you guys know. Definitely not stopping me from watching every weekly episode though." So the reason that you might find that the timestamps are off is because of ad insertions. So especially if you're listening on YouTube, if you're listening on Spotify, I think if you're listening on YouTube, the ad insertions don't add any additional time. And
Yeah.
if you're listening on Spotify free and not Spotify premium, then you're going to have some ad insertions that get put along so that we're able to earn a living from it. When I do the timestamps, I do that on the raw file footage gets added in, and then the ad insertions gets added to the timeline. I can't, there's nothing I can do to avoid that. My recommendations are for you. If you want to come over, support us on Patreon, there's ad-free access. All the timestamps will be accurate. Or if you have premium Spotify, then that will give you the accurate timelines, but that's why they're going to be off. The ads are random. They might get inserted. They might not. Every listener is different. They're all like these Spotify programmatic ads. They could be 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 2 minutes. Everything is different. You never know what the ads are going to be. So that's why the ads were going to kind of be off sometimes depending on how you're listening.
I
Unav-
didn't even know that. So thanks for
unavoid.
clarifying.
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, it's unavoidable. Yeah. All right, so down onto the weekly Bali update. Sorry, I'm late here. Here to tell Denver he's got my support for Bali. Have fun. Someone says, here from Patreon and Spotify for Bali, 52% there. Let's go. Let's check in. Where are we at the time of recording?
It's 52% slowing down.
It has slowed down a lot. I don't
Womp.
know if we're gonna get there, babe.
Oh well.
We're still gonna Bali either way.
I don't know about that. I think we made a deal for a reason.
We're at 542, so 54.2%. Come on, guys, help me out. Go back, YouTube, episode 136, and smash the like button. Subscribe while you guys are there. We appreciate all of your support. Early access is on YouTube for $1 a month. You'll get them days early. Early access is on Spotify or on Patreon for the Spotify access, as well as bonus Patreon episodes every single Sunday. We appreciate everybody, all of your support, whether you're just smashing the like button on YouTube, subscribing, following on Spotify, or dropping a comment down below. Go to the Spotify polls. Let us know what your favorite story of the episode was. Coming over to Patreon to support us. Going to threadtalk.com to get a Jack and Luna t-shirt. We appreciate it all. We don't have any raffle giveaways on this episode, but next Tuesday we'll start doing the raffle draws for 2 weeks ago, 4
And if
episodes
you heard my
ago.
word this episode, drop it down below.
Drop it down in the comments on YouTube,
Say
and we'll
thank you.
do a raffle draw from this episode. We'll give a t-shirt away to somebody.
Only if you got the word right.
Only if you get the word right. Teresa makes it hard for you guys. Tuesdays, quiz day.
It's
they're in
hard
a
for me
t-shirt.
too.
Fridays, you just drop a comment on a Friday episode and you'll get entered to win a free episode. Tuesday, you got to earn that one.
I get nervous for it. I'm like, damn, we're recording a Tuesday episode. Fuck, I'm gonna.
You're like, where can I put this word in?
It's it's anxiety inducing. Not gonna lie.
And it was all her own doing.
Yeah, but it's actually good. It's good for me.
Stretching those neural pathways.
Yeah, well, I also it's one thing to read the definition of a word, but okay, then it's just gonna escape my mind, you know?
Using it
Using it
keeps
will
it in
actually
your brain.
exactly.
That's the tip for how you remember somebody's name. When somebody introduces themselves to you, if you're a bad person memorizing names, your first thing you do is say, "Oh, nice to meet you, John." Repeat their name. And then 2 seconds later, use their name in a sentence. "So, John, what do you do for work?" "Oh, that's very interesting, John." Try to repeat their name as many times as possible in the first 5 to 10 minutes without seeming like overly weird. Don't be that weird person who's like, John, 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 John. But just naturally incorporate and repeat it, and it helps you memorize people's names.
That's smart. Yeah.
Good tip there. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.